Namaskar, good evening. Today, in this video, I am not going to cover any specific company, but I am going to cover a number of principles on how to win in stock market. That seems to be most essential for all of you. From the questions and comments that you raise in my YouTube channel, I find that these are some principles that all of you must be aware. So, how to win in a stock market? How to become a crorepati? How to become a billionaire? And how quickly? I always answer these questions for the long-term investors. My videos are always for serious long-term investors, not for day traders, not for short-term investors who want to get out of the market within a short time. Be a long-term investor. That's my advice to all of you right at the beginning. See, I wrote many examinations conducted by the National Stock Exchange and became NSE certified market professional level 5. That's the highest level ranking awarded by the NSE. I then joined ICICI Direct and I continue with it. I also have a blog by name. I used to post regularly there. Nowadays, a little infrequently. www.wiseinvestmentideas.blogspot.com. That's my blog also. Then I started the YouTube channel maybe about 2 years back. I am not a great technocrat who knows the video making techniques. Of course, I will learn. I am learning. But my skills in stock analysis is good enough and I am learning. I read a lot about Warren Buffett. In India, I follow well-known successful investors like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, Ramdev Agarwal, Purinzu Veliata and many others. You name an investor, I think I am following him. So what I have learned from all of them and what I have learned from my own experience, that's what I want to share with you now and periodically. My first advice is be a long-term investor, not a short-term investor, not a day trader. Now, long-term investor means what? Till what time? Till your last breath. You must breathe your last with great satisfaction of having done something great in various fields, especially stock market. Never die a poor man. So, but what is long term generally? So, I say long term is 2 years generally. But if the stock is doing well, keep it forever. There are, as you know, 3 phases in long-term investment or even in short-term investment. Buy is the first and most important decision, then hold, then last sell. So all these are tough questions. Now you and only you is responsible for all these decisions, for answering all this to yourself from information gathered from various sources. You are the buyer, you are the beneficiary, you are the loser from your investment. It's like any other business. Nobody else is responsible, you are responsible. When you put your money into a company shares, you must have examined it sufficiently. So, to be a long-term investor, the first requirement is you are responsible, nobody else. You are here for making money, not for losing money. Warren Buffett advises very strongly, don't lose money. Put a stop loss on every investment. Say for instance, if an investment has lost 15% or 20%, whatever you decide, you are going to thoroughly review it and probably take a sell decision. Losing money is a painful decision. And selling decision, especially after losing money, is a very painful decision. But if you are a long-term investor, you make it like a game. You are not going to suffer by selling something or buying something or holding something. Put up a stop loss percentage, 15%, 20%, whatever. So, and adhere to it. Now, the next question is when to buy. You know, the stock market is functioning from Monday to Friday. All the time, people are buying and people are holding and people are selling. Some good stock is always there for buying. So it's always buy time for some stock. Some good stock is always there. You can never say, I will buy sometime later on when the prices fall, something like that. That's impossible. If you are a long-term investor, buy today at today's price. There is a skill called a technical analysis, which indicates whether a stock will go up or down in the coming days or coming hours. It's not a perfect science, but it is an indicator. If you know technical analysis, you may probably wait for the stock to fall to some level and then buy. Otherwise, if the stock is good in your opinion, buy now. As simple as that. That said, there is another great time to buy. Quarterly results time is a very great time to spot winners and buy them. It is also the time to spot potential losers and sell them. You know, there are about 3,000 companies, 3,000 stocks. Now, how to monitor the winners and the losers? It's a very difficult process unless you are a professional investor and have sufficient time and skill for the analysis. There are TV channels like CNBC, TV 18, ET Now, and so on. Listen to them. You will gain good knowledge from them. There are a number of very good YouTube channels also which pick winners and analyze them. Of course, I classify mine also as a very good YouTube channel in that respect. Make your own analysis based on them and take your own decision. You are responsible, not they. Now, the second criterion is portfolio approach. Never stick to one single company shares. You must always adopt portfolio-based approach. Over a period of time, you must build a portfolio of about 10 winning stocks and spread your investment among them 10 winning stocks. If your investment is growing larger and larger, you make it 15 stocks, but never exceed 20 stocks. 10 to 15, good enough portfolio. Try to buy stocks belonging to different sectors. Don't confine yourself to a single sector. There are sectors, pharma, chemicals, banking, auto, airlines, fertilizers, FMCG, and so on. One big caution is never borrow for investing in stocks. Let it be always your money, your own money. Stock markets can surprise you with good upside and also good downside sometimes for no reason. So never borrow. You will get into trouble. Many people got into trouble. Always keep money for 6 months expenses minimum separately. You know that money is your insurance. It is required. I am not talking about regular insurance. You keep money for your emergencies, 6 months expenses. Beyond that, what you have, that is for stock investment. Now, what you should examine before you buy. First is, of course, sales. Whether sales are increasing or decreasing over the last 5 quarters, that is the minimum that you have to see. If they are coming down in the last 5 quarters, don't invest in them. If they are going up in the last 5 quarters, good enough. If they are static, then some other decisions. We will see that. All these things I examine in my videos. If sales are coming down, don't go for investing in them. The second criterion is net profit. Same analysis here also. If net profits are going up in the last 5 quarters, yes, it is an investable stock. But the rate of growth is another criterion. But I also examine the last 5 years sales and profits. If the company has got that much of past history, I make analysis of whether the stock, the sales and profits have been going up or down in the last 5 years. So based on that, whether it is a good company or not will be reasonably clear. Sales and profits, most important criteria. The third one is EPS, earnings per share. The face value of share you have to keep in mind. It may be 10 rupees, 5 rupees or 2 rupees or 1 rupee. Now the earnings per share is mentioned in the quarterly results. See it with reference to the face value. Net profits may be increasing, but the EPS may be very low compared to face value. Then the share is no good. So for 1 rupee, the earnings, 1 rupee face value, the earnings are say 10 paise. What good is that? So like that. So net profits may be increasing, sales may be increasing, but the earnings per share is very low, means don't go for it. Then the next most important ratio is price earnings ratio. So it is used by most people before making a buy decision. What I do is I take today's price and take the latest quarter's earnings per share, EPS. So today's share price, present share price divided by 4 into latest EPS. That means annualized EPS of the latest quarter. So the price by annualized EPS gives you price earning ratio. There are other methods also. Trailing 12 months EPS, one good method. Last year's EPS, another method. So like that, many methods are there. So this the method I have suggested is one of the best and one of the best what I use. But there are times when you can't use that for seasonal companies. You know, some people's products are sold only in winter. Some companies' products are sold only in summer. So like that, seasonal shares are there. In their case, another method of EPS, another method of price earning must be used. So price earning ratio is one of the most important one which I use for making a buy decision. There are many other ratios like return on capital employed, return on equity, return on net worth, book value per share, gross profit margin, operating profit margin, net profit margin, debt equity ratio, and so on. So many are there. I don't calculate many of them. I take them from reputed websites and use them. Then historical prices. How was the company's share price performing during the last few years, say 3 years, 2 years, 1 year? So this you have to examine. If the price was going down during the last 3 years, that is a warning bell for you. The last 5 quarters may be okay, but last 3 years price not okay means then you have to be very careful. Then look at the dividend and bonus history. So that shows whether the management is very considerate to its investors, whether they are giving good dividends, whether they are giving bonuses, and so on. That shows management's philosophy of rewarding the investors. So when I want to buy a share, nowadays I examine all these criteria, many more also. Of course, I am improving. Every year I am improving my skills from my own past mistakes and from the past mistakes of very successful reputed investors. This buy decision is a very crucial decision and it is based upon so many criteria: management efficiency, company performance, operational and financial, and many others. You know, market sentiment also is there. Sometimes the market sentiment in respect of certain companies is not good. Whatever may be its performance, it is not good. You can do nothing about it. Now we have thought about the past performance. You must also judge the future potential. How to assess the future potential? For that, you must look at the last annual report, last management interviews, con call reports, investor presentations, and so on. Based on them, you can find out the expansion schemes, the management perception about the future, etc. You can find out. That usually is very much required about the future. See, past may be good, future may or may not be good. See, sometimes the price may fall due to factors beyond the capability of the managements. Like COVID. See, because of COVID, the shares of most companies fell in April 2020. If you look at the price graph, most companies had their lowest price in April 20. Those people who purchased in April 20 would have seen their shares appreciate maybe over 100% also. So experts say when most people are selling, you buy. When most people are buying, you sell. But it is only a general guideline. When shares are falling, don't panic. Find out the reasons. If you have spread your investments over a portfolio of over 10 companies, and if majority of them, that is say, let us say 70% of them are doing well, it is good enough. You will never win in 100% of your selections. You may be the best investor, most knowledgeable, most intelligent investor. Even then, there are many factors which ensure that you don't win in all of your selections. 70% success is usually good enough. So what to do with the balance 30%? You stop loss. If the loss is approaching 20% or more, search for winning stocks again. Replace the losing stocks with the winning stock. This process will always continue. Your investment journey must continue forever. You must rise and rise in the financial ladder. I have not given all the buying principles. I have not touched the hold and sell decisions fully. But if you know the criteria which I have told now, I suggest you listen to this video 2-3 times. I always say that. Digest all these principles. Use them. So, and become a good investor, good long-term investors, and win. I wish you all the best. I will come up with more techniques sometime later on. This is the result season. I will focus more on winning stocks. Look for whether I am following all these principles in respect to the winning stocks. Thank you.